Chat, here we go. We got Joreuz versus OSM. OSM willing to take on the challenge of attempting to beat Joreuz, who looked to be on form in our previous game against Gomb. OSM has always been a top ones player, though, and has been working his way back into the ones game as of late. He has recently retired as a coach and joined as a player. Joreuz almost got a crazy pinch. I wanted to switch to Joreuz perspective so I could see the angle, but it is wide. And in OSM's process of wanting to return to the RLCS scene as a player, he has been grinding for the ones games as well. Soft touch from OSM, and he's going to get the early lead, up 1-0. Kickoff from the diagonal for OSM is going to be a free goal. I imagine we're going to see some more fakes from Joreuz with the way that diagonal just went. He is trying... Wait, what was he thinking? He's trying to get... We saw Gomb do that in the last game too. Getting super far side of the ball and trying to basically push it into the midfield boost, which is almost impossible to win the kickoff when doing that. I mean, the only way you can do that is if the other player basically does the same thing, I feel like. And OSM does not. Wait, what a shot from Joreuz to get his first. OSM absolutely reading this fake kickoff, but not in time. You just have to save so much boost in order to get away with it. OSM did try and take it back to his own corner, but Joreuz is just coming in like a freight train to take him off the map. OSM delay kickoff. I like this mix-up. Both these guys looking to work the various options of the kickoff game so far. Joreuz, man, look at him able to get that speed. OSM is just chilling, waiting for Joreuz to bring the ball down. He knows that eventually he's going to take control, and he's just positioning himself at the right spacing in order to just take the dribble. And yet, Joreuz still almost surprised him. You know, that should have been the freest takeaway for OSM of all time. And Joreuz still almost got enough speed on it that it got ahead of OSM and he couldn't get around it. But he did, and eventually gets his goal. These two chasing the ball down. OSM knows he needs to put pressure on the ball right now instead of immediately rushing back, although it's not going to matter either way. I still don't think it's that much of a mistake from OSM. I think leaving the ball completely and retreating is probably even worse for him. Just letting Joreuz have that free possession. Might as well do his best to break it up when he can. Joreuz losing the kickoff, just going to pinch it away. So it's going to be a full reset of boost. OSM, his flick sent off the backboard. Joreuz able to win this 50. Might go directly, no. Slightly wide. A couple camera checks from Joreuz to see what he has to deal with here. With OSM on offense, oh, sorry, on defense, but OSM has turned himself onto offense very quickly off of a very strong challenge off the back wall. Now a touch from the ceiling. OSM looking for the bottom left corner. Joreuz able to cover it, even though he was up high in his defensive positioning. Up near the ceiling with OSM. OSM now, soft catch. Has Joreuz waiting on the back wall. The reset over the top of him, but he can't get the double, and he actually backflipped, which guarantees the counterattack goal. Joreuz misses the first. It doesn't matter. OSM's recovery going to be so slow after killing his momentum high above the back wall. Joreuz wave dash kickoff. Quick out of the midfield and into the air dribble. The first touch isn't great, and so he's just going to try and play a bit of keep away, and it's actually going to work out. OSM, who pre-jumped, almost just bumps Joreuz into a double from the corner. Joreuz off the wall. Doesn't have a ton of boost to work with, and OSM knows it, so he's going to camp once again, and now he's going to be able to demo Joreuz. Really smart play. It is so much easier to land a demo on a player who's starved, and Joreuz made it very clear that he had absolutely nothing. So once he sees that front flip, He knows for sure where Joreuz is going to land. And this is going to be a problem for Joreuz. Now that I've watched 2 games today, not that I don't want to discredit his opponents, but he is letting 2 different opponents now slam these diagonal kickoffs directly into his net. And that doesn't happen very often at these high-level 1v1s. So the common denominator so far is Joreuz. He needs to clean up the diagonal kickoffs that he does go for. And maybe that's why we see him faking it so often, because he doesn't like his chances when he actually goes to it. OSM. Tons of space. The flick. Yeah, Joreuz just let him have it. I'm not sure what this positioning from Joreuz was supposed to be. But he's once again on 0 boost, and he didn't have a midfield, so he's just trying to go all the way to that back corner, but he didn't have time to do so. He definitely could have made a better play with 0 shadowing in towards the net. And would he still have been outplayed? Most likely. But definitely better than doing nothing at all. What a bump from OSM. Sees Joreuz looking to take the ball away. No, OSM, there it is. The classic OSM open net miss. If you've watched Johnny's stream, you hear all about it. OSM did all the work to get that free shot, but then he misses wide. Joreuz, what an interception. He's just going to carry it into an air dribble, and the reset is not enough. OSM to pinch? Imagine. No. Does not find its way into the net. OSM's going to chase the ball down. He was looking for a demo on the back wall. Didn't get it, and actually very interesting delay on his front flip to make sure that his car touched the ball. He wanted his car to be perfectly vertical right at the right time. What is this shot from Joreuz? The way he finds ways to score in 1v1. Just going to take this to the ceiling and get a pretty soft pinch, but just enough on it to get it over the top of OSM. Within 1 is Joreuz with 47 seconds. OSM delay kickoff. Interesting decision. Not the full-on fake we see at the diagonal, but it is hard to position yourself in a spot that's guaranteed to get the ball on the diagonals if you're going to delay as much as he did. But Joreuz not able to get a shot, and then OSM wins this challenge directly into the net. 7-5 with 35 seconds left to go. OSM can't stay on this ball off the kickoff, but he actually gets a good shot. Joreuz, he's throwing so many woos as he has not been liking his own play. Took a trip out into the corner, and that is just not the touch. He had the opportunity to get tons of other plays. I wonder if he was trying to just go over the top of the ball and not touch it, and then turn back around. His other option was also just boom it across his net, which would have been fine as well. Trying to chase OSM down to the back wall. Did not succeed. OSM got a great 50, but I don't think the pressure is over. Joreuz is going to find a way to touch it right underneath the crossbar, and OSM, I mean, that's an insane challenge that OSM got. Just not going to be able to follow it up with only 12 boost. OSM should be able to delay Joreuz at best for 16 more seconds, but this is not a great position for him and a really poor challenge. 9 seconds now he has to delay. I still think he could do it, but Joreuz is the king of clutch in these late game scenarios. I'm not sure I'd pick any other player than him to be the one to handle with my life on the line. Down 1, 10 seconds. He is going to take control as he brings it into the back corner. Strong first touch into a reset. Oh my goodness, this dribble is insane, but it will hit the ground. And OSM will take game number 1. Oh, game number 2. Joreuz versus OSM. Joreuz on the wall to air dribble off the start of this game. Turns into absolutely nothing, which is insane. I feel like we just watched him play 3 straight games where every wall to air dribble was quality. In fact, if it wasn't quality, it was because it was ending around the net with a slight misstep on the finish, like resetting too high off the crossbar or something. But not often does a dribble at the midfield turn into absolutely nothing for him. And OSM was in danger territory here, trying to stay in control of the ball with 0 boost and not get scored on, but he didn't. OSM, he found a way. Oh, no, he didn't. He got scored on. But this was an insane save. Recovering with 0 boost. Actually found a way to push it off the crossbar And then Joreuz, of course, just has to punish him right away and make it less exciting. Delay kickout from OSM. Cheeky move. I really feel like players could afford to do this more often. I think that this can turn in a goal every few opportunities. And it just makes your opponent just completely second guess whether or not you're going to delay, and they might mix up their own kickoff. He's going to get 2 goals off it. He's going to get 2 goals. Joreuz just, I think he just didn't expect him to do it twice in a row, back to back. But you see he just slightly hangs off the ball on that diagonal. If Joreuz doesn't get goal side and he just slams the ball into the corner like he's been proving to do, then OSM just sets up a wall and basically redirects it back into Joreuz's half for a quick goal. Joreuz really needs to clean up those diagonals. It also works if Joreuz fakes or does that half flip. So I think it works doubly for OSM as a counter to Joreuz's favorite type kickoff on that diagonal. This is a great fake in low 50. Joreuz off the wall. The reset into the low 50. Not going to work. OSM's defense has been too solid. Joreuz just hasn't been able to keep in control of this ball like he's used to. Normally, when he stays full speed, he is just able to outpace his opponent and fly around the map wherever he wants to be. But OSM has done a good job breaking that up, matching that speed. Great 50. You're almost directly into the net. Not going to be able to use the flip to get back to the ball. So now OSM's going to play a bit of keep away. He tried to do a camera check to see Joreuz, but I think it just showed 100% ball. OSM air dribble reset leads to nothing at all. And Joreuz smart not to commit any boost in that attempt to 50, that fake challenge. Should result in him being able to use all of his 100 for an extended attack. OSM did seem like he gained control. It was fairly clear that he was going to hand over possession again. Joreuz, he missed wide. And the backflip on this possession. Oh my goodness, no, he missed again. Joreuz, so close. OSM, is he going to be able to get the counter? No, that shot is too soft. Can Joreuz score this time around? Or is he going to continue to slap every bit of the post and crossbar? He is going to miss wide on this one. OSM, the long shot, 4-1. Oh, Joreuz. Joreuz, so talented. So great at creating opportunities. But he couldn't finish them as he slams them off every bit of the back wall and post. OSM going to win another kickoff wall to air dribble. Is he just going to stick with a single reset? Oh, how did he demo him? Oh my goodness, what a shot from OSM. I'm going to pretend like that was his play all along. OSM was barely moving, I feel like. Oh my goodness. He must have got some speed as he fell to the ground and finished it off with the flip. That was insane. I wonder if that was what OSM was going for all along. Just getting around the ball, pinching it with Joreuz as he demos him. Dude, OSM is just running it up right now. He is the man of the hour. 6-1, another diagonal kickoff, another win. This time just getting goal side. Joreuz has continued to try and push that ball into the corner. Let's watch it from Joreuz's perspective again. Okay, got a little bit more goal side. He's going to go wave dash. He wave dashed and then full barrel rolled on the ground. Not exactly the fastest recovery of all time off of center field. Joreuz have to use all his boost just to get to this pinch. Now he has control. He's got a slow dribble into an air dribble. The pre-jump from OSM doesn't work, and Joreuz finds a second, so the dream of the Brazil is no longer there for OSM, and maybe the dream of the game, knowing how Joreuz can be. Certainly, OSM has to feel confident here. OSM, the reverse wave dash onto the wall. This flick saved. And OSM is going to take a possession play all the way to his back corner. Can he continue to hold on to this? He is just trying to play keep away as Joreuz chases him down. He is able to steal that corner boost, and he probably starved Joreuz of a good amount of his. Actually, I think Joreuz had more than enough after that challenge. Nice recovery. So he did get outplayed. But OSM continues the keep away. Joreuz says take the shot. A little bit of frustration as he wants OSM to stop just taking it back into his corner. Joreuz has successfully stolen possession. OSM, what a save. That was actually great placement from Joreuz. He's playing so fast, and he backflipped to stop the speed and put it near post, but OSM was able to get that read as well. Joreuz continues to say, take the shot. He just wants OSM to come challenge him. And OSM obliges for some reason. Huge fake. And now 30 seconds left to go. The wave dash, the catch. Joreuz not shooting. I think he's given up here on this game too. OSM has looked so good. The bump does get Joreuz the third. And OSM maybe in an attempt to to take some of the heat out of the game. Says nice shot as he gets bumped out of the way. Joreuz has to take this immediately if he wants to dream of coming back, and he actually is going to score on a fake. Both these guys throwing the woo. Wonder if OSM was expecting something high here. Joreuz has really liked this lean back reset. OSM just caught watching here. Joreuz, he needed to use that 32 boost. If he was actually trying to win this game, he had to take a shot as fast as possible. But instead, he's just going to try and get a stylish goal here to end it. It would have been in if it weren't for hitting the ground. OSM is going to take a 2-0 lead on Joreuz as he has looked on fire today, headed into game number 3. Yeah, chat just said what I thought, which is maybe a car change from Joreuz. But no, he is going to stick on his Octane, although he has been jumping between different presets for the Octane. I can't remember if he was playing the previous games in this one or the one with Interstellar. Is it Interstellar? I don't even know what that decal is called. I just know it as the one Joyo used in the Winter Major. Or Spring Major it was. Spring Major, right? Yeah, Spring. OSM is going to score first. Oh, is that Neural Network? Low 50 into a shot that Joreuz can't get to. OSM another kickoff win. Joreuz actually chasing him down despite definitely losing the race to the boost. And now it is going to be an OSM full field dribble. Reset high near the ceiling. Did he get that or not? Didn't seem like he did. I think he would have used it right there. I think he tried to set up the musty and it didn't come because I don't think he got it. Joreuz looking for the double. We've seen him try a couple different doubles and even a psycho in his previous games today. Haven't seen it against OSM yet, I don't think. Joreuz slowing the game down, killing the ball here on the dribble, getting OSM to miss, which he's been able to do multiple times on these slow dribbles. OSM has been free jumping, trying to challenge them early. Joreuz just right as he sees the jump, pulls off. Even if OSM connects, still going to be a great 50 opportunity for Joreuz. So really just a low risk play. Kind of play that maybe we're going to start to see now that he's down 2-0 to OSM. Joreuz, as talented as he is, certainly isn't known to be a low risk player. The reset over the top of OSM. Just clean. We've seen these goals a million times from him. OSM was pre-jumping earlier. This time he's going to wait. That's not going to work either. OSM, look at this delayed kickoff. So cheeky, but he's not going to be able to get the boost this time. He is forced to make some kind of attempt on net, even though he got it stolen, because he cannot leave with 0 boost. And now he's still in a tough spot here with only pads. Luckily for him, Joreuz is going to shoot directly down the center line of the field where there's tons of pads to pick up to stay with the ball. Joreuz from the ceiling. It's going to be almost impossible to turn this in for anything. He is going to try and just 50 it as he hits the ground, and OSM trying to cut the ball towards the net. I think just got a fortunate opportunity to demo Joreuz as he tries to pre-flip himself into a challenge and ends up getting past the ball and then turning with 0 boost. Makes him a target.
Looking forward to your casting and turf wars now.
Oh, nice. Double jump from OSM. Yo, Sage, thank you for the 3 months. Looking forward to your casting and turf wars NA. Yeah, I'm going to be really excited to go. I mean, I am right now. I guess I don't have to be in the future. But it is tomorrow that I'm heading out for that. Joreuz, a win on this kickoff. Look at the cut. Oh, that was almost going to be nasty if you could just get OSM to miss. OSM was coming in with a ton of speed. So Joreuz knew if he just killed the ball and had him go flying by that he'd have more than enough time to get back around it and tap it in. But OSM got just enough ball. And now Joreuz using up every last bit of his boost for what was going to be an easy save. And now, can he get a shot on target before OSM's respawn? He cannot, and I think he knew that, but with the way the ball was bouncing on the field, it's going to be hard to pull it into any sort of dribble or any sort of other option. So I think the best option was still just power on a shot, make OSM save it shortly after respawning, and then just go from there because it will, you know, use probably 20 at least of OSM's 33 boost he'll spawn with. Now Joreuz, the reset, the bump, the third. OSM has not been able to find a way to stop him in the open field when he gets to his spot. And certainly, I don't even think the bump mattered. Joreuz had already got so much movement on the ball. I think OSM was missing either way, but why not add insult to injury? Demo him as well. OSM, I think, feeling the pressure a bit from Joreuz on that kickoff made him flick that ball. Otherwise, he would have rolled it into the side wall. Had he recognized that Joreuz was just faking that quick challenge. Now Joreuz, he's going to play a bit of keep away. OSM's been playing keep away. Oh, no, he didn't get enough around the ball. He was trying to just cut it immediately back to the net since he got OSM to miss, but he didn't get enough around it, and so the ball hit right on top of his car instead of to the side. Luckily for him, he found a way to get his goal either way. OSM power sliding, it seemed, to pick up that one pad, but he actually didn't even power slide enough to get to it, so still having to make that save with 12 boost, and he can't do it. Delay kickoff on the direct kickoff is going to be a Joreuz. Oh, it should have been a Joreuz goal, but he pre-flipped into it and couldn't kill the ball's bounce, so it goes too high. Now OSM, full field dribble here. Great catch, great flick. We watched it from Joreuz' perspective, and you could see the decision-making from him trying to decide when he could challenge, but OSM did a good job of making it never possible, and then a really clean catch and pop to get it right back up to the top right. How am I supposed to focus when Civic gives 100? Yo, Joreuz trying to win this match, and Civic hopping into his stream, gifting 100 subs. Joreuz, the reset in a 5th. Hey, he's managing. He's got to do it for the 100 brand new subs in his chat. Joreuz could not stop this aerial attack. OSM, a big kickoff win. Joreuz is going to have to try and defend off a couple pads. Air dribble bump. Joreuz gets actually over the top of it. He is going to be able to get to his own boost as well. And OSM, he just set up a perfect pass to Joreuz. He was trying to delay the counter, but instead, he almost spelled his demise. Luckily for him, I think Joreuz didn't get the reset. So I feel like that would have been the better option. He tried to low 50 it instead. Long shot. This will be saved. It's all about how much boost OSM can preserve and how much speed. Potentially regain his possession. And he's got his opportunity now. Actually jumped in front of Joreuz in order to make sure he got that ball, which is a bit dangerous. If Joreuz was supersonic, he might have died. It worked out for him. OSM needs the goal. Joreuz, the low 50. And I think we'll, at the very least, if he does go to the skies, take a very safe attack on this one. Joreuz resets. Try to put it behind OSM. And he didn't get this wave dash. OSM might have an opportunity now. Joreuz recovery just a little bit later because of it. And now the flick top left. OSM, he misses just barely. Crossbar and post. He still has his chance. Both these guys on 0 boost. Joreuz is going to tap it away. And it will not be a sweep for OSM if he does take the series. Joreuz is on his way back as we head to game 4. Game number 4. Jay versus OSM. OSM looked insane in the first 2 games. He didn't look poor in the third. It was a close one down to the wire, but it was in Joreuz' favor. Can OSM finish it off back to the kind of momentum he had in the first couple? Whereas Joreuz started the comeback that he has done so many times. No player has come back more, I feel like, than Mr. J himself. He's going to try and get this read off the wall, and he actually misses high. It seemed like he had it perfect. He's going to give OSM the first goal. That absolutely should have been one for Joreuz. He's going to throw a whoops. He knows that he could have hit that. Oh my goodness. In Civic. Thank you, my man. In Civic gifted 100 subs to us as well. Wait, OSM, you got to go live, dude. I have a feeling. Yo, thank you so much. Oh, lag. Lag. Here, we can reset that kickoff. Here, let's just restart from kickoff, put a little bit of time back on. Unpause. Yo, thank you, and Civic, so much. Thank you for the 100 gifted subs. I think I will try and mute the noise from it, but they should still play out. Oh, I guess I haven't muted it. Joreuz will get his first. Here, one sec. I'm going to do a quick tab out here so we don't have to hear 100 rings. I'm sure you guys will appreciate that. Let's see, how can I just mute this? You know what? We might just have to cover the overlay as well. But thank you, in Civic. Thank you. No mute. You want to just listen to the 100? I could turn it back on if you want, but I think it might be better off without 100 little ring noises. But seriously, thank you, in Civic. I appreciate it so much. Jory's gonna get his second goal. We can play the 100 rings at the end of the show match as well. Louder, I'm sure. Joreuz up the side wall. He's able to tap this one over the top of OSM. He's had such a good mix-up. I used to have on my Stream Deck, I switched from Streamlabs to OBS, but I had a button for just muting it and letting it still play out on screen. I think that's ideal. But since I've switched over, I don't have it, and I couldn't find it fast enough to set it up. But that's what I'll do in the future. Joreuz in control of the ball once again. Off this kickoff, up 3-1. Power shot from OSM off the backboard is really just an own goal. Needs to be so much more careful with those. Dude, 100 gifted subs is so insane. Thank you, in Civic. I feel like I can't thank you enough. Thank you. Logan Spax, maybe the gifted tier 1 to the Red Ape as well. Yeah, if you just got a sub from Incivic, throw him some hearts in chat. Jory's in the zone now, trying to see if he can just get double, triple flip resets. Can he score this one and get the angle? Just not quite. After the double reset, the challenge was just good enough. Jory is slamming this off the back wall, and he's able to gain control of it into yet another air dribble. What will it be this time from the master of the skies? It will be nothing. OSM's just going to challenge it away and then tap it directly into the net. OSM. I wonder if he was going to go delay kickoff on this one, because I think this works out a lot better for him. I bet you he was. Either that, he recognized very, very early that Joreuz was faking, and And I think that is not a bad option for OSM. The soft flick, or not so soft, I mean soft in speed, but he pops it up high enough that he makes Joreuz use a bit of boost. And then potentially maintain possession like he has so far. And then he can follow it up with an absolute banger of a flick once he has the boost he needs. So he's going to rip 108 km/h flick. Joreuz didn't stand a chance trying to react to that speed. Wave dash kickoff for Joreuz. OSM boxing him out and is now going to rush it to the top right. We talked about the counterattack to these when you make these races to the midfield boost. And I don't know if OSM is doing this on purpose, but I have a feeling these players do. Using the flip to make sure their car is in the way of the other player's attempt on the boost. So even if, you know, they're coming in maybe with more speed, they're going to end up running into them, slowing down, and then not being able to take it from that player who is already in the lead. Joreuz, so talented on the ball. You see a ton of different times that OSM just sits and waits. He's just wanting to react to when he assumes Joreuz will eventually give the ball away. Joreuz does manage, for the most part, to hold on to it and not leave any free opportunities. Long shot from Joreuz. OSM, not a great save, so he might not be able to get his own boost, but he actually did. And even better for him, he's able to bait Joreuz into thinking that he could get there. Wow, that would have been a nasty double. An actually impossible angle does turn out to be impossible as OSM misses it wide. Ooh, nice bump. Might be able to cut Joreuz off the ball just enough to relinquish his control of the ball. OSM's going to let this one fall down to the ground, and Joreuz will come take it. Looking for that demo on the back wall. And OSM had already come off. Couldn't find it. OSM trying to find a way to get a good touch on this ball while also gaining the corner boost. And I think he's found it. He's got Joreuz sitting in a shadow position, but OSM just used all his 100 trying to maintain control of the ball. So now it's Joreuz the other way. 4-4 as we come down to the wire here in Game 4. You don't want to take Joreuz to Game 5, trust me. So I know OSM trying to finish it off here. The demo, this will be an easy tap-in. Joreuz thought he had an opportunity to slow down and gain control of the ball as he grabs the 100 and works his way back. But OSM says, no, too slow. I'll take you off the map. And now he can work his lead in the final 30 seconds. Kickoff win, you could argue, for OSM. He's going to chase this ball back down, even though Joreuz in control of it with 100 in his corner. Now Joreuz undercutting OSM, and he's trying to win this race to the back left. He does, but at the cost of staying in control of the ball. So now OSM just needs to play a bit of keep away for 15 seconds, and he didn't. he didn't do it. He did the opposite. He handed the ball to Joreuz. He needed to try and get some kind of 50, but I guess he was worried about using his last bit of boost. So instead, because he landed with like 30, so he must have thought, I want my 30 for this low 50 and this ensuing play, but obviously he needed to try and use that last bit in an attempt to not just give Joreuz a free goal. Now Joreuz, late in this game, going to be able to steal this corner off the wall. OSM is going to try and use the ceiling in his attempt to get the stop. Joreuz kept it up. I don't know how. Can he bring it to net in time? He can! Joreuz, he's not going to need overtime. And OSM has let Joreuz take him to Game 5, and that's a big mistake. This guy has the ice, and he doesn't do it with any extra time. 2-2 between OSM and Joreuz as we head to the game decider, Game 5. Game number 5. Joreuz trying to get one of his classic comebacks. OSM is going to stop it though, right, believers? He has been playing well. Like I said, both games for Joreuz have been down to the wire nail biters that OSM could have taken. And the games that OSM have won have actually been dominant for him. So I still think that what we've seen in this match so far, you could expect an OSM series win, but he has to clean it up here in this final game. And that is not going to be the best of starts. Might have had a scoring opportunity go awry there as the bounce doesn't go in his favor, but he gets his first goal anyways. And it comes off the back of Joreuz favoring speed and power overall. Well, maybe not. He was just really just trying to get it clear on that backboard. Ended up slamming it so hard into the ceiling. OSM. Will he be taking this wall to air dribble? Neither one of these players, the kind of player to deny it. He sees the Joreuz pre-jump, so he uses the flip early, tries to get over the top of him, and then actually had time to get a bump as well, but ultimately Joreuz does keep it out. Just going to try and stay on this ball with 0 boost. He's only got 1 pad, and now OSM's got him in the back right corner. Interesting decision to tap it over the top of him. I think that just comes from a setup, a position of the ball that just had no real great setup, so thinking might be able to catch Joreuz off guard by tapping it over the top of him. This is a great catch. OSM challenging from too high up. Joreuz never really brought it to ceiling height. Had he taken it at full power and you know, continued to make it rise, it'd been a good challenge from OSM, but he has to fall so far from that setup. Crazy that the aerial game has advanced such that you can't take the ball all the way to the ceiling, because that's actually a good defensive position that people play from. Joreuz not winning control of the ball here on this 50 off kickoff. Joreuz got undercut slightly, and I thought maybe OSM would try and use that to his favor. This is not the best of shots from Joreuz. OSM is going to be able to make it impossible for Joreuz to get back. Has to be more careful. Landing inside that net off of a shot that is low means OSM's recovery is going to be very fast. Joreuz is going to have an almost impossible time getting back. OSM, a kickoff goal on his delayed kickoff. These kickoffs have been farming him goals. He's got himself a 3-goal lead now. And he has just done this so many different times to Joreuz. The problem is that the half flip kickoff hasn't been perfect for Joreuz either. We're not going to see the half flip from him here. So he does decide to just take to the ball. And the woo, I don't know why. I mean, this is pretty standard possession play from OSM. I don't even think, I mean, earlier when Joreuz was throwing the woos at him was because he was definitely going out of his way to just play keep away, but OSM had no choice but to take that into his corner. Joreuz, the air dribble to 50, and he is going to get his second as he uses his boost to back off the ball. Big off win for Joreuz, and he's actually looking like he's not going to wall to air dribble. Yeah, I could tell by his setup that he was going to cut it back in field. Goes for the ground power shot instead, and OSM might be able to end that possession immediately. But the best he can do is just clear it into Joreuz's corner. Power shot from Joreuz. Maybe a bit of fake pressure there from Joreuz to make sure OSM touched it strong. And the big miss off the back wall. Joreuz's setups are so tactical, so good at forcing these tough plays. Like, he is perfectly far away from the back wall, and he is targeting the mid to far side of the net such that OSM has to make a decision at some point to come off and try and make a play on the ball. And he can't with how far away Joreuz has been able to keep it. If Joreuz, you know, attacks even near post, then Gom was playing earlier. OSM can just wait longer. And if he plays closer to the net, then OSM can just make an easy challenge. So a lot of minor details that make it so impossible to defend that position. And now Joreuz is going to tie it up. OSM trying to get the quick shot. And I actually feel like it wasn't there, but still maybe the best option. And he definitely knew he wasn't going to score off that. This pinch with Joreuz. Ooh, almost a shot attempt. It's going to take such a quick recovery to be able to get that shot. And certainly Joreuz tried. Now a long shot after gaining possession, and he's got himself a lead. OSM was up 4-1, I believe. Since then, it's been a 4-goal run for Joreuz. Look at that wide swing. OSM using every last bit of his boost to swing all the way to right up against the side wall. That is not the best position to be in when you're trying to defend your net. Joreuz proved it, which is a quick shot. Oh my goodness. OSM, a dangerous save, sent high, but it has given him a possession that he maybe otherwise wouldn't have had if he had slammed with the save more out of his net, basically not using post and backboard. This time he's also going to make a very intentional save, lobbing it high. Joreuz with 39 boosts, forced to protect this ball. OSM doing a good job of making Joreuz feel the pressure. And a pre-jump. It's going to cost OSM a ton of boost in order to try and cut that ball off, and it's going to end up not working out. At best, he was hoping for Joreuz maybe to overreact and go flying by the ball, but Joreuz just held on to his boost, turned back around, and punished him for being so greedy. Have to conserve that boost on offense and use it for only key attacks. OSM able to intercept this, trying to bump Joreuz, but actually got there a little bit late. So I think Joreuz bumping him. There's the demo. Can OSM find a way to shoot it? I looked for that quick catch and touch towards the net in order to have the miracle quick shot happen. Crossbar down. Joreuz needs another bump. Or sorry, OSM needs another bump on Joreuz. 25 seconds left to go. The 50. OSM can't get to it in time. Joreuz had a pad and OSM didn't. So he's able to get right back to the ball. Good fake. OSM needs the quick shot. He'll get it. 10 seconds left to go. OSM needs to have the absolute ice here in the final moments. And I think if you're OSM, you hope for a diagonal kickoff. You hope for a diagonal kickoff, and I think you just cheese it like you always have. Joreuz has not been able to stop him, even when he's known they're coming, but he doesn't get it. Gets a more straight-on kickoff. Joreuz is going to cheese it himself. He delays it. And now OSM has boost and a great shot opportunity. Can he get it on net? No, it's too high. And can he play keep away? Joreuz has control. It's going to be almost impossible. OSM does get it in front of the net, and he undercuts it. I think Joreuz is out of boost, so OSM will take to the midfield. It's going to be almost impossible to hold on to this ball, though, as he takes it back into his corner. Joreuz can fake here or use the reset. What a play and what a reverse sweep from Joreuz. My goodness, every game he won was down to the wire, but he does it, and he takes the series in 5.